Hey, buddy. Oh, nothing much other than the fact I lost internet for a while. This storm got me. It came back at like 8:45. All right, so what I'll do is I'll share my screen for you here in just a second. That way you can see what's going on. Right. All right. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the next Era Cup Series. Tony's Performance and Exhaust here tonight as we get ready to rock and roll here at Texas Motor Speedway. A little of a late start due to the wonderful winter weather, but we are ready to go. And in the booth with me here tonight, Mr. Marcus, for the first time tonight. How are you?
All right.
All right, there we go, man. Well, we're going to have fun. Texas Motor Speedway, buddy. It is an absolute high speed, high risk racetrack.
Yeah, that it is. We're looking at a mile and a half here at Texas. Turns 1 and 2, 20 degrees of banking. Turns 3 and 4, 24 degrees of banking. Your straightaway is going to have 5 degrees of banking on this quad oval with your start-finish line between that really short front stretch between the two dog legs, the double dog leg section. So it's going to be interesting here.
Yes, sir. Hunter East, they're grabbing the pole there late in qualifying there alongside of him, Honeycutt. Then it's going to be Bledsoe and DeWeese back there to fourth. Leggett and Norrit and Flanagan there as well in the top eight. A lot of guys, one thing we got to look at here tonight going into this, Marcus, is the fact that we're coming off that winter break, right? A lot of rust that has to be knocked back off when you get back out here and go back at it.
Yeah, winter breaks any time out of a race car is gonna let some rust accrue. But I'm sure these guys have been doing this for a while. They're accustomed to these cars week in and week out. When they're not.
Yeah, it will. It'll take probably 3, 4, 5 laps just to get the rust knocked off. But here tonight, like you said, this place is a handful. You don't have a lot of time to figure all that out, right? You got to do it in a hurry, figure out what you need. And right now, Field gonna roll around here with behind the iRacing pace car, and we're getting ready to go, man.
Yeah, usually it's 1 or 2 laps with this pace car on iRacing here. Then the lights are going to go out. It's going to make that hard left turn down pit road. And we're going to get going back to green after a winter hiatus here, for the holidays. But I hope you had a good holiday. Hope all the drivers had a good holiday. And we're going to see what kind of rust they have to knock off here, as we had already stated, and get back to green flag racing.
I don't know how cold it is in your truck right now. Outside for me, it's 19 degrees. But we're about to warm it up in Texas, knock off the snow, put the snowmobiles up, and let's get ready to get back to action, buddy. Here
back to action. Yep, back to action. We will see.
Green flag back underway once again here. Field gonna work their way through really quick. We gotta adjust something that iRacing decided to mess up last second, because iRacing. But man, I tell you what do you do here first few laps? You gotta let this car get up to speed and hang on.
I know turns 3 and 4 here, sometimes that middle groove, as we see back there at about the 3rd or 4th place, there's a car working the high side. You're going to be looking for your groove. As the track wears in, typically on these 1.5-mile tracks, it's going to be an inside line.
Oh,
second place.
Up the hill they went. That was a big slide right there. He held on to it, kept it rolling, did a good job saving that race car.
Yeah, he did. Boy, we talked about getting a feel for these cars and getting the rust knocked off them. I think they're getting a couple bolts knocked loose, too. But these guys are ready to get back at it now. First place looks like they checked out. Your battle is going to be on for 3rd.
Yes, sir. Right now, everybody continuing to roll. There's Hunter continuing to lead 2 by 2. Look at Honeycutt. Look at Joe. How hard do you race early and worry about burning up your tires here early tonight, man?
Looking at 120 laps, you really don't want to burn them up early. You want to get set. I think the pit window here is about 30 or 40 laps, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully we see some green flag racing now, as it looks like a battle is still going on for that 3rd place position now.
Yeah, if they can squeeze together. That's the one up top. That's going to be Joe digging on the top side.
They get it all sorted out down into turn 3. Now the battle is on for 2nd, as the car is riding in the middle, working that high side, seeing what he can find. The battle is going to be on for 2nd now. The 9, the 1, the 14 says knock, knock. He's going to take a look down into turn 1, moving into the 3rd spot.
Yes, he is. Knock, knock. Here I come. It's like going down the highway at 55, only you're doing it 180 lap with each other.
Yeah, one car is going to go, 2 and 3 more might follow. They might not. You never really know. Whoa, looks like we might have contact there. One car gets loose. He's going to save it, falling back down to the looked like the 5th spot as the battle's on for 2nd.
Yes, sir. Aiden there rolling the bottom. Aiden going to try to take a hold on the inside lane with Daniel Honeycutt up top. They'll just about bang doors down the back stretch.
A lot of side-by-side racing here early on. We talked about knocking the rust off. I think these guys have it knocked off now. They are all excited. Their belts are pulled tight. There's whites in their knuckles, and they are ready to go now. what is that back there? Fifth, sixth, they're going to be 2x2 battling for those positions.
Yes, sir, 2x2 and white knuckling it right around the bottom. You see the 2 right there in line, the 20, the 3. Man, they are all with each other down the back straightaway, digging all it's worth. And very early on, turn 4 widens out so wide here. These guys are really putting on a wicked show.
And I'm surprised to see it this early. For 120 laps, these guys are racing like we're inside 10 to go. I mean, they're not wasting any time getting the rust knocked off. This is cool to watch.
All right, now update on lap count too. Looks like the league has elected to extend it to 160 instead of 120, and I think they did that because of stages tonight to get the stages evened out. Which, you know, Marcus, I don't know how much you watch the new NASCAR now. Stages have changed everything.
Yeah, I haven't watched it a whole lot. To be honest with you, I've been out of the IRL NASCAR leagues now for about 10 years. I had some personal stuff going on, and I stopped watching it. And then I seen stages come in. It's really not my cup of tea. I like to see long green flag runs. I want to see the 200 lappers back, you know, with no race breaks. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that kind of feel that way. As a driver, though, I think stages really mixes up what you have to prepare for here. Is there 2x2? A little bit of pushing and shoving. That was close.
Yeah, big push down into turn, turn 1 there. And we are talking, I can't believe it now. There's a battle on for the lead. They're going to be door to door back there, about 5th, 6th, 7th place fighting in there. Almost 3 wide now for second coming out of turn 4.
Yeah, all over one another like a bee's nest. And for reference, lap 11 across the board. And right here, we'll run to 45 for the first stage here. So already these guys really mixing it up.
They seem to have sorted it out now. This is interesting, man. They really seem to have sorted it out, but they still want to get the tires warmed up. I mean, I don't know if the tires are wore in now or not, but I mean, they're racing like it is. This is nuts now as the battle's on for the lead.
Yep, they're going to pick it up here for the lead right now. And you see it right there, and nice job, too. Oh, whoa, that apron just about got to 72 of Honeycutt. He'll start to back up. Man,
this is just nuts. I don't mean to cut you off there, but this is just crazy. I mean, you're talking 160 laps here, and these guys are just going at it. We haven't had any cautions yet. Knock on wood as we work lap 12. But wow.
These guys are going at it like a bunch of bees in a bee's nest.
They really are. You know, somebody must have smacked that thing during practice or something. But boy, they got them all worked up now as we see the 14 of Leggett working on the inside of gold there for third place. And they're going to be stacked up double wide as East continues to lead this field.
Yeah, he's pulling away, but behind him, it is a run for the money. There's the Skittles 72 of Honeycutt just getting to the inside alongside that one car. Don't look now, that's Braxton DeWeese back there as well. Out of Ohio, they're in that number 5 machine.
DeWeese now is going to fall to 7th as we round out your top 10 down the running order. It's going to be the 69 of Hoots, the 42 of Deitzel, I believe that is, and the 2 of Matthews. There are your top 10.
Yes, sir. Hoots there as well as Howland. Take a look at Hunter East, though, man. East able to leg it out just a little bit.
I bet he's happy to. Oh, a couple cars in the wall of caution down the back.
Trouble is
DeWeese.
That is Braxton DeWeese. That is not what DeWeese wanted to see, I'm sure. All right, let's take a look because DeWeese gets turned around here. And we talked about him fighting so hard, we almost felt like it was going to happen here. And right here it is, out of turn 2. Oh, DeWeese got it in the wall and came down. We'll get another shot of that. Right here, let's see. DeWeese just going to get up into the fence here, man, and bounces off of it, and down the hill he goes and backs it into the inside wall.
Yeah, I've seen a couple cars flirting with that wall out there, and with with uh 20 degrees of banking, you're losing 15 degrees of banking off of turn 2 to hit that 5 degrees on the straight stretch. If you're up on that high side, or
Right.
you're looking at floating out, that's quite a drop to get down onto that backstretch. And we talked about how long it's going to take for the tires to warm up as the leaders all come down pit road now. We talked about how long it's going to take for tires to get warmed up. Maybe these guys are pushing the boundaries a little bit there on when their tires wear in versus what grip's coming into the track.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Are you surprised at all how hard they went early?
I really am. I've seen a couple different leagues race now, and I've seen leagues that run hard like it's the last lap, and I've seen leagues that just kind of take it easy. I know another league that I'm looking at announcing for. They ran 300 laps here the other night, I believe, at Texas it was, and I mean they just taking their time, biding everything they can. They know they have to wait on the tires to get situated. They know they have to wait on the track to rubber up to find out where the grooves are coming in. And man, these guys are taking 160 laps and they're turning it into 16. This is interesting.
Yeah, man, they have not woed up since the green flag dropped. And that is all, just driver preference.
It looks like they're all preferring to race it like it's 16 laps, and they're forgetting that there's a big old 0 at the end of that number. But I mean, it is what it is. It makes for exciting racing, that's for sure.
It definitely does. It's almost like
certain...
they think if they battle harder, it'll get here faster.
Yeah. Maybe if we race hard, it'll only feel like 20 or 25 laps. But I know from being a driver myself, when you're racing that hard that early on, and you still have 142 laps like they have here to run, it wears you out, man. Like it does. It wears you out something fierce.
It's just like going down a highway, right? You look at the mile marker sign. 155, 154, 153, and it's not getting any faster.
Yeah, I don't know where some of our viewers are, but in Pennsylvania, they label the highways by tenths, and if you think it's rough then, buddy, try counting miles when you're doing it by the 10th of a mile. It's rough.
Mile 53 and 110. It's like, oh, geez. All right, Aiden right there as well. Lights off on the pace car. And we are ready to get it back going. Taking a look at Cody Matthews inside the shop 7. Cold night for Cody. He's down there in Greenbrier, Tennessee. I know it's cold down there for him. Hopefully he's staying warm and getting ready to roll here.
Going back green.
Go ahead.
Going back green here. The East is going to take him across the stripe down into turn 1.
Yeah, it spreads them apart a little bit here, man. They did a good job getting a jump. Taking a look at them back in the line right here. There's the 1. 42 there as well.
Yeah, it looks like the nearest battle here now is going to be on for the 5th place position. I believe that's the 1 car there. That's going to be Nerton. He's working to the outside of the 42, Bledsoe. It seems like, maybe they were racing hard to get the rust knocked off, and maybe things will settle down here a little bit.
Yeah, maybe they're thinking, okay, we got the rust knocked off. Now we can just get into a rhythm and race.
Yeah, usually Texas is one of the... Whoa, 1 car way down to the inside. He's going to dive bomb turn 3 down there. That's going to be the 14 of Leggett. Boy, a big move down the backstretch for 2nd.
Boy, I think you forgot to use your blinker. Because he went dead left.
Yeah, he's working over the bumper, the rear bumper now of East as the battle's on for 3rd place. That's going to be Leggett and Hoots in that 89 machine.
Back single file or double file as goes into 3. This rack of cars stacked up with one another. Almost looking like Daytona.
It is looking like Daytona. I've seen a couple bump traps already, and you typically don't see that at these 1.5-mile tracks. Typically what you see is the field will spread out, over long green flag runs. You might have a couple cars actually go a lap down to the leader as there's a battle now on for first. It's going to be 3 wide, now make it 2 wide, down into 3 as the 14 of Leggett is going to check out. He's going to get the pass on the 9 of East. Now to the front stretch. It's going to be 2 by 2 by 2 all the way down through 8th place.
There we go. It's easier to say who's not 2 by 2 at this point because old Pack in the 1, he got shipped up to the outside lane. Wow.
It was his turn to exit stage right. He's going to fall back down to about the 10th place, if I am not mistaken. Score him in 9th, actually. And now back out front as they are still 2 by 2. You're looking at East in the 9, the 14 of Leggett behind him.
Ooh.
Who is that, the 8?
The 8 there. Oh.
Gonzalez, 20 of Burton. They're shaking it up front.
I have to say, in my broadcast career, I've never seen Texas act this way, so plate racy like it is tonight.
I wonder if it has something to do with the hosted settings. I know when these leagues set these things up, there's a couple things they can play with when it comes to what iRacing will allow, what they won't. As you got first through 6th, actually, throw a blanket over them. Man, they're tight up front.
They are, and if we're confused in the booth, can you imagine the drivers out there right now? They're like, man, we're in Texas. What is going on?
You know, they might be confused, or this might just be how they run. They just might like it. And I'll tell you what, if I was behind the wheel of a car here in this race, I would be absolutely loving it, being a super speedway fan the way that I am. You call me Talladega, Daytona. I'm going to be there.
Whoa.
3 wide now for the front, now 3 wide for second as East is that East? No, I'm sorry, the 20 of Burton is going to come out on that one on top. Now the battle's 3 wide for second. East
4 wide.
Look at 4 wide now into turn 3 with a big 14.
That's tight there, driver. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Wow.
What are they doing? Still 3 wide, beating doors, banging. It's going to be the 9 and it looks like the 8. 9 and 8 of Gold and East. East leading this race early on, setting back in 4th place now. Looked like they got it sorted out, but for how long?
Look at the big, wow, the dips down at the end of the straightaway almost look like an Indy car at Indianapolis.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these things are, man, these guys are just wheeling and dealing out here, buddy. We talk about Vegas being a lucky track as bump drafting is now going on down into turn 1. The 9's going to give a bumper to the 14 and say, hey, buddy, get it moving. I want that top spot back. But we talk about Vegas being a gambling track. I bet you there's some casinos in Texas that are proud of the way these guys are racing.
Yeah, look at the movement from the 9. Low, high, gets to the top, makes it work. And, oh, by the way, we're only 29 laps in this thing.
Man, this is crazy. If this is the way the first 29 laps are going, I am really excited to see the last 29 laps and what it's going to look like then. You got the 9 of East. He's working his way back up to the front. That's going to be the only group of cars in this field, while I say that as they go 2 wide, that are actually single file is the 1 and 2. East now to the outside of Burton. Can he make it stick? That outside line has worked up off of what I believe is going to be turn 4. Yes, down through the first section of the dog leg. Give this lap to East.
Give it to East, and he eases East easily. If I can mix that together, out ahead and clear. At what point, if any, do these tires begin to wear?
You know, the way they're racing, I cannot imagine that they are holding up too well. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, you always talk about tires at 1.5-mile speedways. You're always going to talk about saving tires, saving fuel, but these guys are out here like they just got tractor trailers full of Goodyear Racing Eagles sitting down there waiting for them. And, you know, it's definitely something to see, and it's something to watch.
Oh, my goodness. This is insane, bro. This is absolutely insane. 31 on the board.
31 laps in. We had a caution at, I believe, lap 16, 17, 18, somewhere in there. I can't remember. But, you know, we might see these guys starting to take some green flag pit stops if we don't have another yellow. here in the next 10 to 15 laps, they're going to be looking definitely for 4 of those Goodyear Racing Eagles, 2 Kansas Sunoco Racing Fuel. And, hopefully they can get it all sorted out and we don't have a caution. It'll be interesting to see how guys react around one another once this field spreads out. But this pack racing mentality that we're seeing here is really something at Texas.
It really is. It's not something that I thought about being. Oh, man. And they're still stacked up together, man. They just don't quit.
We have seen it from the drop of the green flag as we work 33 laps. It has been 2 wide, 3 wide, even 4 wide sometimes. And, I mean, I believe there's about 85 feet of track width here at Texas. And, man, these guys are just using every single inch of it that they can. And it's interesting to watch.
I was like, what the hell are we watching here, man? It's a hybrid between Daytona and a mile and a half.
I'm not going to complain as it looks there. Maybe the 20 grabbed a piece of that wall off of turn 2. That thing come out from the outside and bit him a little bit. That's going to allow the 88 of Hoots to go ahead and capitalize on that number 2 spot. Maybe he'll have something for East up front. Now the 42's checking inside.
Yep, checking the bottom. Check right here. Just checking in there, trying to make it work here. Look at Riley Hoots there in the 88. Riley doing a heck of a job as well.
I said it before. I have alluded to it before. It looks like that turn 2 wall is going to be an issue. These guys are coming out. They're dropping off of that embankment. I know Atlanta, used to be real bad for that turn 2 wall. We all know about Darlington, the lady in black. She's got stripes all over her wall. But to see it here at Texas, I mean, and I guess it's really not surprising considering how hard these guys have been running.
And another one on the wall. Eric got a piece of it.
Well, these guys are putting Darlington stripes at Texas, making Darlington a little jealous here, huh?
Yes, sir. Nice job. 137. And these guys are still right with one another. So what's your thoughts here, man? We're coming less than 10 to go in the stage. Do you think we got cars in the wall behind them?
As they fan out all the way down to the inside wall, looks like there's going to be 2 or 3 that get collected. The worst one may be the 2 of Matthews. I didn't see if he had contact with the outside wall or another car there, but, man, he was all the way down by that inside wall.
Oh, that was absolutely insane.
A significant lead, and I seen him work in the field. Look who it is. It's going to be your man in the 9 Machine East. He is back out front, has a lead now of right about half a second. Your battle for that second place is going on now between the 20 and the 42. Or no, I'm sorry, that's the battle for third, as Hoots looks like he secured the second spot now in that 88 machine. That battle for third levels out. Your first 2x2 battle is going to be way in the back. They got it sorted out. Maybe they're calming down here a little bit.
Maybe so. And again, we're getting down to what would be the end of the stage here, and everything begins to calm down really fast.
They're getting settled in. They know the break's coming. They say, hey, let's back it up a little bit. We really got off to a fiery start. And then again, maybe those tires are starting to wear. Maybe they can't make the moves quite as, rough as they thought or quite as quick as they thought. That might be a thing, too.
I think the cars are starting to wear out just a little bit here as we get later into this stage, and you see it by East here. I think East has just got the better handling race car right now.
Yeah, I really didn't see him in a whole lot of trouble. I don't remember seeing him in a whole lot of back and forth or 3 wide or 4 wide situations like we did back there for, 4th, 5th, 6th place for a while. It looks like him and Riley Hoots is, kind of setting the pace here now as we wind down this first stage.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be continuing here as it continues to count down. Here with 3 to go in the stage, here's a little bit of action here between Spencer, Aiden, Matthew there as well as Eric, all in the mix.
Yeah, that's going to be back. Oh, one car way down to the inside of turn 3. That's going to be the 3 machine of Gonzalez. He's going to look at capitalizing on a couple spots as the 20 of Burton is now falling back. Maybe he got spooked back there. He got all settled down and comfortable. And boy, here comes Gonzalez. He's making a move, cracking the top 5 now. He says, I want to come up front and play also.
Yeah, he is. Like, I want to play at the big kid stable. Whoa. That about got bad.
Just a bit. I was looking at something else there. I missed it. But it doesn't surprise me. It don't surprise me in the least bit.
44 on the board. Hunter continuing to lead. And, man, we're almost right there at lap 45 in the stage break.
We should see a caution this time around. It's going to be waived by the race control race officials. That's going to give them all a break. It's going to get them stacked back up. I know that's not what East wants to see. I know that's not what Hoots wants to see. As Hoots is now checking out that top line, maybe that's a lap down car there.
That'd be a lapper.
Yeah, that's a back marker. But I know Hoots doesn't want to see it. These guys have enough of a gap now where they can run comfortable, they can get into their groove, they can get settled in, and unfortunately, the field's going to get stacked back up. They're going to have 4 fresh tires, and we might see that pack racing mentality come back at the start of the second stage.
Yeah, I think we will here. Look at this. This is interesting. East up near the wall now. That tells me the tires are completely shot, and he should cross the stripe. East will win stage 1. Riley will come home second. Allen there as well. Aiden will all cross the start-finish line here. And stage 1 is in the books. And there's the stage caution, folks. And with that being said, me and Mr. Marcus will take a quick break. We'll be back for the start of stage 2 here in a moment.
Basket can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on. Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Trish on the bottom. Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging. And to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
All right, and back once again here. Me and Mr. Marcus back with you for the start of stage 2. Green flag in the air, and we are back underway. Mandy.
Going to be East out front again, leading him back to green, the 42 of Bledsoe, gold in the 8, the 88 of Hoots, 14 of Leggett's going to round out your top 5.
There we go. What do you think? Do we see the same thing in stage 2 we seen in stage 1?
Man, I am not sure. I kind of hope we do, because I'll tell you what, it is certainly interesting.
Yeah, I kind of think so as well. Well, that's the thing. I think we will. And, dude, it's been one of those crazy nights, right? It's so hard to predict.
What's that?
It's been so crazy tonight. It's been hard to predict what was going to happen.
It really has. And, you know, there's not a whole lot that you can predict when you have something that blindsides you like this has. I'm sure it hasn't blindsided these drivers. And then again, maybe it has. You know, I don't know, maybe if we have a caution here, we can get one of these guys up here and kind of see if this is a normal for him, maybe get an in-race report. But, you know, your battle for second now is going on. And, you know, we're seeing that pack racing come back into play again. They're going to be 2 by 2, looks like down through 5th place, single file for 6th and 7th and 8th. And it looks like a little break in the field.
Yeah, a little bit of a break, but look at the battle for the race lead between the 9, the 42. That's Allen and Hunter, 2 by 2. Man, this is going to be 2 by 2 and right with each other, man.
Yeah, nobody's really giving an inch with these fresh tires, which is interesting to see. I thought maybe they would settle down a little bit, but, I mean, it's just not happening, you know, and I know the guys up front, you know, you look at the guys that have been running up front, Hoots, East, you know, Bledsoe's leading now as Houston Heats go to battle for second. But, you know, you look at these guys up front and you know that it's nerve-wracking. You know when you're constantly 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. It's different when you're on a super speedway. But a 1.5 mile intermediate track like this, like I had alluded to earlier, 85 foot wide, the white knuckles have got to be there. You know, they have got to just be gripping up on the wheel, and it's got to be tiresome. But I mean, hey, they're putting on a heck of a show.
Man, think about it. You talk about tiresome. Think about the mental aspect of it when you're running this close together constantly. It would just be mentally insane.
And mentally insane. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome. You know, I don't think these guys are expecting a different outcome. I just think, you know, this is exactly what they wanted to do. They came back. They're off of break. They're off of the winter break. We talked about it, drop of the green flag, about them knocking the rust off. And what better way to knock the rust off than to go 2 by 2 by 3 by 4 sometimes, as we've seen, and just getting in there, getting their hands dirty,
and getting it done.
Better term, and getting it done, yeah.
Well, right now the man up front getting it done, that's Allen. But we've seen Hunter East's car come together late in that run. He had the best car. I think the same thing's about to happen again. I just think he saves a little bit more than everybody else.
Yeah, he might be the only one on the track here that has that saving tire mentality. But then again, maybe the stage racing is coming into play. You know, we're running stages here. We had our first stage end of lap 45 as we work 58 coming to 59, as we work 58, 3/4 of a lap to 59. You know, we had our first stage end at lap 45. Maybe these guys are just out here putting on a show, knowing that the stages are going to break it up and they're going to have those competition yellows coming.
Yeah, I think that might be the key here is just, you know, put on a show, do what you got to do here tonight, get to the end of the stages, right, and pull it all together.
Well, they are certainly pulling it together as the 9 of East is looking to go back out front as he swings to the inside of Bledsoe. That's going to be down through turns 1 and 2, down the back stretch. Hoots in the 88 is going to settle into third. The one machine, who's that, Nerton? He's going to settle into fourth, and your first door-to-door battle is going to be back for fifth.
These guys really trying to figure out a way to settle in. I have a little bit of different feel about this stage than the first stage of the race. I think they're wanting to just figure it out as Hunter takes back over the race lead. And I think that is the smart play, right? Just take care of your equipment for a little bit.
Yeah, take care of your equipment, kind of get a feel out for what's going on. And I mean, as if they already don't have a feel for what's going on, but take care of your equipment, maybe save those tires a little bit. And any kind of aerodynamic damage here is going to hurt them. In a normal Texas race, I would say, because you don't see the pack mentality, but a little bit of nose damage here may not hurt, as we see guys pushing and running into pack and you know, everything about Texas is not happening in this race, and it's weird. It's kind of off to announce it, but you know, here we are, and it's making for a good show.
There goes the 42. Big run back to Hunter. Had to lift out of it.
He was peeking inside. He says, knock, knock. Guess who's here? I got a joke for you. But now just settling it as one car way in the back is going to swing way down low. I don't know who that was, but it looks like they got it sorted out. These guys are pretty good at running tight, pretty good at sorting stuff out.
Yeah, one caution for incident here tonight so far. The rest of the race, Katie barred the door. Man, this is absolutely nice to watch, man.
It's interesting too. It's fun to broadcast, or you know, and it's interesting. It's keeping the excitement up. You know, I know I'm stoked. I heard 120 laps. I said, boy, I don't know if I can do it after driving all day. You know, with what I do, you know, on the personal side for work outside of iRacing. But boy, this just perked me right up. I'm ready for another 11-hour day. This is something. Oh, the number 2 car into the wall. That's going to be the 42 of Bledsoe. Took a nice shot off of turn 2. Didn't slow him down in the least bit, though. He says, you thought you may have had me in that 88 back there, Hoots, but I'm a little better than that. And I think the door-to-door racing has come to show that.
Yeah, it's been absolutely insane as they work their way through. Got a little bit of door-to-door, but Matthews, oh boy. Jeez almighty. You can't get any closer.
You really can't. And going back to a couple years ago, I say a couple years ago, we're looking at like 11, 12 now. I know netcode used to be a big thing when you're doing this thing. It's a simulator, it's online, you know, but these guys are acting like netcode has never been a thing. And they're just out there, they're putting everything they have into it, blood, sweat, and gears, as I like to say, and they're putting on a hell of a show.
Yes, sir. Riley right there as well, putting on a show. That's the Palm Beach, Florida. Number 9, Dodge Dealers, UAW Dodge. Well, normally that, but in a little bit different. Why would you go from Dodge to Chevrolet?
Well, that's because gentlemen wear bow ties. I mean, I don't know what to say other than that, but it's, you know, these guys they have the freedom to toss up what manufacturers they run. You know, it could have been, you know, a paint scheme issue, maybe look better on this car over that car, but you know, it's hard to tell. But either way, they're out there, they're having fun. Looks like things maybe got settled down a little bit as the 9 of East is now back out front, as we have seen all night. The 42 of Bledsoe decided he was going to come up and play. The 88 of Hoots in third, 14 of Leggett, and the Nerton machine there, the number 1 car. He's going to round out your top 5 as the battle for third is now going to ensue.
Yes, sir. Makes me wonder if he's a part of the flip-flop gang.
Yeah. Makes you wonder.
Aiden, Spencer, Riley right there, 2x2. See, inside jokes. The ones that get it know. The ones that don't, don't.
The ones that get it, yep. I caught it. I'm no spring chicken when it comes to stuff like that. I've been doing my job, now for 3 or 4 years, been around it and been a part of it my whole life. So inside jokes are nice. If you get it, you get it, and if you don't, there's Google.
Yes, yes. The 14 right there alongside Riley Hooch right now digging on the bottom. Riley trying to get that machine to roll the top side, get back rolling, and does. All I got to say is shame on the mess.
It's not that bad. But Hunter East out front, still capitalizing, opening up a pretty significant lead. Now it's going to be about 4/10 of a second as he's going to take this field down into turn 1 and 2. Everybody seems like they calmed down as we work about 71, and maybe they certainly got that rust knocked off. I can tell you that for sure. And we should have another stage break coming up here soon.
Yep, lap 90 will be at the end of the stage. Then pretty much what, a 70-lap run to the end.
Yep, so 18 laps left in stage 2. The 9 of East continuing to pull a significant lead, now 3/10 out in front of the 42 of Bledsoe, the 88 of Hoots back down through your top 5 again. It's 14 of Leggett, the 1 of Norton, not a whole lot changing there. These guys are giving and taking some 2x2 for second place. That's going to be the 42 of Bledsoe underneath the Hoots. He's going to have that spot at the stripe.
Yeah, and you take a look here, as they're still kind of battling it out, you still got to look at stage points tonight. We had that one stage. Now this is your last opportunity to grab stage points here this evening. I'm not too familiar with stage and stage points and how that works. So can you maybe allude to that? It looks like we have a car going on the pit road there. We do.
Taking a scheduled pit stop.
Yeah, there we go. The 14 or the 42 on pit road, and yes, I can allude to that. So the top 10 in points at state, or the top 10 running order, get points at the end of stages. So it would go, first would be 10, second would be 9, so on and so forth.
That makes sense.
Pretty simple system.
That makes sense, and I'm sure I could be familiar with it. I'm sure I could get acquainted with it and whatnot if I had to. And maybe if these leagues on iRacing are going to start following, that stage thing, it might be something to go ahead and get acquainted with if I plan on doing this announcing thing.
Yeah, it's easy but also difficult, right? Because it makes the points so fluent. They can change on a dime so much. There we go.
Are we working green flag pit stops, or was that an on schedule?
I think that might have been odd. I don't.
It is like. Go ahead.
I don't think. Well, as I say that, another one coming down. That's a little bit weird. In theory, they should have been able to make it to lap 90, but are they playing a strategy game for the end of this stage, maybe?
I think that's what it is. I mean, we've seen almost the whole field, if not the whole field, come down pit road at the end of that first stage. Knowing what I know and being familiar with how I am about, late race pit games, late race pit strategy, I'm willing to bet these guys are working this second stage as if it was the end, so that they're looking to stay out. They're going to be looking to get some track position. And normally, under regular Texas circumstances, I would say track position is what you want. But with this pack racing, we've seen, as it's settled down for now, the pack racing that we have seen really doesn't play, one way or the
Well.
other into track position. You know what I mean? Like track position isn't a key part of that. So, maybe they're hoping that things settle down and stay soft for, the last, what will it be here, 80 laps or so to the run, run to the end. And, we see them spread out now, but I mean, we've also seen some cars on pit road. This is the Texas that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, it's kind of almost a tale at two different races, right? Here we go, more cars to pit road. Here comes Leggett down, Aiden down. And they will hit pit road.
They were running up in the third, fourth, fifth spot. Maybe I didn't catch it before they hit pit road, but
I think it was fourth and fifth. Yeah.
Yeah, some of these leaders are looking at coming down pit road. Are we gonna see East and maybe Matthews pop down on pit road as they're in the 1 and 2 spot? Or you think they're gonna try to?
And as you say that, there goes East.
East on pit road now, as I say it. So your leader down pit road, lap 81. Just 9 laps before the end of your stage 2. I believe you said it was 90 laps, right?
Yep, 90 would be stage 2. Yes, sir.
So maybe some late stage pit strategy coming into play here. But these guys are going to be set for a good run to the end, maybe. I don't know. I thought Texas's pit window was, in the 35 to 40, maybe 45 range. Maybe I'm wrong with that, but if so, or if I'm not, that's going to set them up for having to pit one more time if they could save tires and save fuel, because we are going to be looking at about 70 laps to go. That's right in there, splitting that 35 lap pit window that I talked about.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking at. $83 on the board. So, man, this is going to be really interesting to how this whole race plays out at the end of this thing. And man, we have literally seen two different races.
We really have, and we were so up on the pack racing mentality and seeing them pack race that, now that they're spread out, now that we've seen some cars take their green flag pit stops, we got the 2 of Matthews out front, the 72 of Honeycutt, Kolakowski's up front running third in the 45. We haven't seen these guys up front, but I feel like they're kind of in between, maybe stretching it to lap 90, seeing what they could get, maybe not. And things have settled down, and, I hate to say it, but I feel like there ain't a whole lot to talk about now.
Yeah, we're kind of in just this lull period till the end of the stage, right?
I always remember watching mile and a half tracks, the intermediate tracks, Michigan and Chicagoland, and, races that were on back in the late 2000s, early 2010s, and they would hit this low spot in the middle of the race where the field would get stretched out. There wouldn't be a whole lot going on. We would be cutting to NASCAR cutaway cars, talking about bump stops and stuff that really didn't have any relation to what was going on in track, and we kind of find ourselves here now in the virtual world.
Yeah, it's the same thing, only we don't have a virtual cutaway car.
Yeah, that's maybe we can.
I mean, we also don't have America's crew chief.
Well, that's true. That's true. We do not have America's crew chief, but hey, we don't need America's crew chief. We got myself and Mr. Matt here bringing you the action from Texas for the Next Era Cup Series, which started out a little dicey. We've seen pack racing at the beginning. We've talked about it. And now we have an on-track battle there as the 88 of Hoots is going to take that second spot away from Hurton.
As Matthews is on pit road. So he'll make his stop, and that'll just be just about the whole field cycling through that green flag round of stops that we had in this stage.
Yeah, I was looking at the 9 of East. I was wondering if we got all the way through the green flag pit stops where he was going to fall. It looks like now he just slid into 3rd place. So he is just about there, back at the top of the field on that on the top of the podium as far as the running order is going to go. But Hoots, who I don't think we have seen out front, is, out front, sitting pretty, as you would say, for lack of a better term. But that competition yellow, or the stage yellow, whatever you want to call it, I know it as a competition yellow. We're going to be looking at that here next time by, as the 42 of Bledsoe is looking to slide into that 3rd spot. He's going to be down on the inside of East. He says, give me the room. He's going to shove him up a little bit of rubber being swapped there. But East is going to relinquish that spot, as maybe they are getting settled down.
Yeah, and they really are. As we're coming up, buddy, look at it now. Riley going to take the lap 90. So we're coming up on that stage break as we speak.
The driver out of Palm Bay, Florida, in the number 9 Dodge Dealers UAW, which, as you had said, is a Chevy. That's okay, though. I think it's, Camaro. Coming through 3 and 4. He's going to be, with no competition, your stage 2 winner.
And there we go. So he'll win stage number 2. Florida man gets it done here tonight in stage 2. Sorry, I had to do it.
Florida man.
And the lights will blink on around the racetrack for the 3rd time tonight. And that'll bring us to a close of stage number 2. That means we got to step away and thank our partners. When we come back, we'll get ready for stage number 3.
Deputy Harris? Daryl Booth. Hope you like flying. I never flew a fugitive before.
Government witness, not a fugitive.
Ready to go?
Is it always this bumpy?
You get used to it. Moretti's very disappointed in you, and he wants you dead.
Oh, shit.
Mayday, mayday. We've been compromised. Tell me how to fly this thing.
Pay attention. That's the good part.
Damn it!
I'm gonna enjoy this. You ever see a face turn this color before? Huh? I'm gonna tear you apart. Y'all need a pilot?
Flight Risk. Only in theaters January 24th.
Back here at Texas Motor Speedway as we're ready to go back racing here tonight. Doubled up. The end of stage 2 here is complete. Now all that remains, one final stage to the end of this one tonight at Texas, and this is going to be a showdown. Everybody stack back up.
65 laps are left here at Texas. Lights on the pace car are out through your top 10 for this final stage restart. It's going to be Durden east to his outside. Hoots, Leggett, Ferreira in the 11, Gold in the 8, Gonzalez in the 3, Bledsoe in the 42, who we've seen leading that last stage for a little bit. Matthews in the 2, Kolakowski in the 45. Green flag is ready to drop.
Green flag in here.
Norton on the loud pedal. No competition from East yet. The battle is going to be on for second as the 88 of Hoots is down on the inside. He's making an early move to pull second. Third, he's going to bring the 14 of Leggett possibly with him down the backstretch. East doesn't look like he got off to a good start. Whoa, contacted in turn number 3. East almost goes around, saves it in the likes of Kyle Busch. What a save from East in the 8 car as there was contact with, I believe, that was maybe the 14 or maybe the 88. Both cars going for the same piece of real estate. Man, that was a good save.
2 mouses there going for the same piece of bologna at the same time. Or cheese. I guess cheese would be a better reference.
Cheese, bologna, real estate. It doesn't matter. You cannot fit 2 8-foot wide race cars in the same 8-foot patch. That does not work. Whew. I can't believe he saved that.
Absolutely insane. Great job. Joe continuing to lead. Taking a look behind him. Riley. 2 by 2 as well. Nice job. 98 on the board. Big shove down below the 8 and 14. Nose to tail.
Bump drafting in the likes of Daytona. We said it before at the drop of the green flag. We had pack racing. Now we have bump drafting. What is going on with Texas as it looks like the 88 or the 88 is off of the wall in turn 2. It's not going to hurt him at all. He's going to elect the high side. That's going to open the door for the 14 of Leggett. And look who's back into contention. Don't look now. It is East into the top 5. What a drive back. Now in 4th, he says, get out of my way. I got somewhere to go.
Get out of my way. Move. Bye. See you later. Pull over. Go to the right rank lane, please.
Boy, he is sucked down on that white line. He is a man on a mission. Just 2 laps after he almost gets spun with an epic save. He's going to put the bumper to the 3 car now. That's the 3 of Gonzalez, and a 3-wide pass on the inside. Count East back to the point.
Count East out front and starting to try to pull away here. Down the back straightaway, Blockaroonie right behind him.
A big block. That's going to be the Valvoline machine. That's the number 3 machine of Gonzalez. He was running whoever it was. I didn't catch it all the way down the back. Now some more bump drafting on the front, some side drafting. We're going to see these guys get dicey here before the end of it, I'm sure.
East continuing to lead. There's the 1. There is Joe. 101.
Door to door into turn 1. We might be seeing that high side start to commit as the 1 is electing with it. The 88 of Hoots is going to be up there. He's going to be running the high side. The 3 is going to be setting into 4th spot down to the inside of Hoots Gonzalez. Now Gonzalez taking it 3 wide. Thought better of it. What is going on at Texas?
They are absolutely all over balonies. What are we seeing? Oh, contact!
Oh, it's going to be contact. It's going to be the who is that? Valvoline machine. Is that the 14 of Leggett, maybe? No,
I'm trying to get the 3.
Yeah,
Gonzalez.
that's going to be the 3 of Gonzalez. I wonder if he kind of got humbled there. He decided to take it 3 wide and then had to catch a sliding race car in the likes of East earlier, who decided he was going to do it in the likes of Kyle Busch.
And
now East to the inside of
East.
Norton.
Oh, this is not going to be good, dude. I'm telling you what. If they wad it up here, it's going to be big.
Well, and you know, we've had the pack racing of Daytona and Talladega. We've had the bump drafting of Daytona and Talladega. When is the big one going to happen? 3 wide now for that 4th spot down the back stretch.
Oh, 3 wide. Hanging on.
3 wide for 3rd. That's the 14 of Leggett. He made it 3 wide down the back stretch. Still 3 wide going into turn 1 as they went through that double dog leg here at the Quad Oval of Texas. The 14 is going to back out of the middle. He says, go on, guys, you can have at it. I'm not ready to play like that yet. But now a big block.
Oh, I got turned around. Jeez almighty.
Oh, this is exciting. This is good stuff. This is going back to when NASCAR told the IRL guys, have at it. And I think these guys have been stuck in that mentality since, because they are having at it. This is interesting, exciting. Waking up. Who is that? The 88 was into the wall halfway down the backstretch. Kind of wonder if there wasn't contact
and
there.
And more beating and banging underneath of him.
That's going to be the 72 and the 3 going at it. That's Honeycutt and Gonzalez. They're going to be banging doors. Boy, you think these guys are out here, you think they get points for contact rather than points for positions. They're just giving it everything. I mean, we see the first 3 are single file, but all the way back through about 10th place down that backstretch as the shot from turn 3 looks back, they're going to be double wide, and they get it sorted out in the corners, and then somebody makes a move, and they go back to double wide, triple wide, somebody gets a run, they leave up, and it's dicey, for lack of a better term, all over this racetrack right now.
Yeah, it is dicey everywhere.
A move for second now as Leggett in the 14 is going to check underside the 1. Is he going to have the 88 as company, or is the 88 staying high? He's going to stay high. That's going to put a 4-car pack 2x2 across the stripe. Working lap, what I believe is 109, if not 110. 109 now. So a lot of racing to go here. We're looking at about 51 laps. And again, we are back to talking about these guys racing like we are inside of 10 to go as we see the field stacked up behind your leader. It's going to be 2x2x2x2 into the corner. They swoop down, a couple cars go and fall in the line. They go right back to 2x2x2 again.
The thing about this, we've only been racing about an hour and 2 minutes, and we've already knocked out 110 laps.
For as dicey and as close, and for some of the close calls that we've seen, I am surprised we have not seen more.
Oh, no, we jinxed it.
There it is. The 88 goes around hard into the inside wall. There's going to be 2 or 3 other cars collected. Big wreck down the backstretch. That's going to bring out the yellow. Second incident caution of the night. We're going to go back and take a look at it to see what happened. It was only a matter of time.
Well, I think we jinxed it.
It was me saying about the big one. I know.
And Riley gets to the wall, and there you go. Stack them up like dominoes. Caution is out. Not what Riley wanted.
Boy, 1 car in the middle and nowhere for Riley to go in that 88 machine. Bounced it off the wall, and there was company down underneath him and across the track into the inside wall. Thank God for safer barriers. And, now we're going to stack them up. We're looking at about, 49 laps to go here as we're working lap 111 under caution. We're going to see the leaders come down pit road. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 car stays out. I think that was going to be the 8 of gold, if I'm not mistaken. But all of your leaders on pit road now.
Everybody gonna come down, man. 4 fresh tires.
4 tires, 2 cans, maybe 1 can of Sunoco race fuel. We're going to see things get jockeyed up, but they are using and abusing these Goodyear Eagles. Like I said, like they got a tractor trailer full of them in the pits just waiting. And, as they work themselves off of pit road, who's going to win the race? Give it to East. First one off of pit road. Good pit stop for him. The one of Norton behind him, and the 14 of Leggett going to be your top 3 off of pit road.
Well, Hunter East will lead. And, man, we are getting ready for a doozy run here because that pit stop should get him somewhat close to making it to the end.
I do believe. Now, I jinxed it once. I don't want to jinx it again, but I have to say it. I do believe we might see one more caution because this entire race has been door-to-door, 3 wide, 4 wide. We've seen a little bit of a lull there at the end of the second stage with green flag pit stops. But that is all out the window. 47 laps is now counting as they get doubled up.
Doubled up and ready to roll.
Off. We are getting ready to go back to green flag racing. One more lap of caution. Stretch your fingers. Pull the belts tight. Grab your drink.
And get ready to do it again.
And we are going to get ready to do it again.
I'll tell you what, when this race is over, the fiance is going to have to come in here and drag me out of the broadcast chair.
Uh-oh.
I ain't going to have nothing left, but it's going to be a heck of a race, man.
Well, if anything, I hope the excitement can give you the fuel to get to the end.
Oh, it definitely will.
We talked about
be like NASCAR in real life, where they bring the ambulance to pit road at the end of the race to give them fluids.
Yeah,
we've seen it. We've seen that happen quite a few times.
Mm-hmm. As the pace car makes the hard left turn off of pit road, we are back to racing here at under lap 114, coming to the green flag. East is going to take him.
Oh,
it's going to be the 14 Leggett. He's going to slide into second. The 1 of Norton, the 3 of Gonzalez, with the 42 of Bledsoe rounded out your top 5, getting them all in a single file line, but I'm sure that is not going to last long down the backstretch. Nice and smooth on this restart lap. The 3 is going to check maybe to the inside. A little bit of a wiggle there. He says, don't go anywhere. I'm still here. Now a big wiggle from the 1 as the 3's checking to the inside of the 42. That's going to be on another big wiggle from the 1. Could he possibly be loose on these cold tires?
I think so. And look at the 9 trying to get back to the race lead.
East looking to go where he is certainly familiar tonight here at Texas. That's going to move the 14 of Leggett back to the second spot. He's got some work to do if he falls, because he's got a whole line of angry drivers. Norton, Gonzalez, Bledsoe, all looking to get up there, maybe give East a run for his money. Now he looks like he's fighting back on the outside. Now the 14 is using that middle lane as they're 2 almost 3 wide off of 4, back for fourth place, sorry.
Oh, my goodness. These guys are all over it, dude.
Battle still ensuing for that top spot. They're going to be 2 wide all the way back through 5th. A little bit of a bobble from the 14 in second as he gets down, hugging that white line. The car's a little bit loose in the middle of the corner. He's going to collect it up. He's going to keep her going straight. 2 by 2 now, still back through the 6th spot. That high line we have seen work out in just a little bit here tonight. We've seen guys make it work. We've watched them capitalize on it, but it's only if that inside line is going to get loose. The 14 of Leggett still pulling, still working. The 9 of East not giving up on the inside. Now it's going to be Who is that? The 3 way down to the inside.
Oh,
He's
he went.
almost taking it 3 wide.
Oh, a bit of contact. He went down to the bottom 4 with the elevator.
All the way down to the bottom. He says, I'm going to make this track as wide as I can make it to get to where I want to go, and that's going to be the top spot right now being fought over between the 9 of East and the 14 of Leggett. Both of those cars looking real strong tonight. East was the one who I believe has the most laps led here tonight, but Leggett is not looking at giving it to him too easily. The 1 of Norton up on the high side. He's going to be following the 14 of Leggett. Now he's going to drop in back behind him, fighting for third. It's the who is that? The 8 of Gold, the 3 of Gonzalez. They're going to be going at it. These guys kind of have it simmered down for the most part, but I'm sure the beating and the banging isn't over. I can almost guarantee that. Is now the 1 car. Norton's going to move down on East. Don't know what that was about. East having to collect it again as he was getting squeezed out of his lane. That's going to leave Leggett to capitalize on that top spot. The battle for third now is the 3's giving a shove to the 14. Watch the bump draft, and he gets him a little bit loose into the corners. Texas is not a space to be pushing.
No, it's not.
These guys don't care.
They honestly do not care at all. They will push for all it's worth, man.
We've seen some guys, we can call them the wheelman. Hunter East in the 9 is certainly one of them. The 88 is another one who right now is currently sitting back in the 15th spot. Not sure, maybe he had a bad stop on pit road, but who's sitting back in the 15th? Running down through your double file running order here real quick. It's going to be the East out front, still door to door with Leggett. Gold in the 8, Norton in the 1, Gonzalez now up into 4th into 3. 42 of Bledsoe, 5 of Deweese, 2 of Matthews, 11 of Ferreira, and a 25 of Mayo rounded out your top 10, but that is surely going to change.
Man, and it's been changing back and forth every lap. Look at him. It is a bee's nest down into 3 and 4, man. It is still going on with Leggett in the East 2x2 for the race lead.
Leggett not giving up that middle lane, which is kind of the preferred lane, I think. Now, 1 car into the wall. I can't catch who that is. Maybe the 3 or the 42 of Bledsoe, maybe. Somebody bounced off the wall there coming through that first dogleg section.
Yeah, just getting up there too high, right? Letting it get sucked in.
Getting up too high, maybe giving a little bit too much room. But I'm surprised we haven't seen more cars that have been loose off of the corners. A 3-wide battle now is going on for third place. You can stack them up and throw a blanket over them. It's going to be almost 4-wide down into turn 1. The 14 coming out. Is that the 14?
I think so. Oh, another one in the wall. And more contact. And 3 wide. And more contact.
The 1's going to get shoved out into turn 3. That's going to be Norton up into the wall. He's going to lose a couple spots after getting door checked by the 3. Boy, this is like dirt track racing. This is exciting stuff.
This is like slide job. Hello.
This is exciting stuff. I can... Whew.
This is absolutely insane.
I'm sweating for these guys over here, and I'm not even in a car.
You might turn the AC on for it's over with.
I'm going to have to turn down the interior comfort and open up the windows. We got 12 degrees in Connecticut where I'm at. And I'm sure at Texas it's going to be cool because these guys are working the track like it is ice cold out there. But as you can see, the sun is shining beautifully at Fort Worth, Texas, here at the Texas Motor Speedway. These guys are still going at it. Now 3-wide, that's going to be the 42 in the middle for third place. He almost got door checked by the 3 who ran out of real estate coming off a 2. So Gonzalez doing a good job keeping it out, up, and away from Bledsoe. These guys really are wheeling these cars, though. This is really something to watch. This is an exciting league they have going on here.
this is absolutely some of the best racing I've seen them put together here tonight as we come towards 30 to go. Who is your pick to get the win here? Do you think East has got enough to get it done?
You know, I would like to say East, but I am an underdog. I have seen the 42 of Bledsoe up front while we were running some green flag pit stops there back at the end of stage 2. My pick's going to be the 42 of Bledsoe. I've seen him up front. I know East has a strong car. I know Leggett has a strong car, but those two have been door to door. And now, if we take a look on track, the 42 of Bledsoe is going to go to the inside of the 14. That's Alan Bledsoe. That's the man I'm talking about out of Springfield, Missouri. He is going to be looking for that number 2 spot and maybe running down to East.
Yeah, and I think he's got a shot at doing it here with 30 to go. I'm not going to lie. I do think he's got an opportunity.
Ooh, it gets awfully tight into turn 1. Is that the 5?
Yeah,
The
that'd be the
5
5.
Gonzalez back up front. Or the 5 at DeWeese, sorry. The 3 of Gonzalez is going to be to his outside. He's going to get linked up. He's going to get linked up with the 14. Maybe we're going to see some bump drafting going on here. The 5 says, I'll take a shot at it. He's going to go to the back door of the 42, leave the 3 out high and dry. But here at Texas, you're not really going to have a strong draft pull like you do at some of the super speedways. So being high and dry at Texas, not that big of a deal because we have seen that middle and outside lane be really, really fast. So
yeah, if they get it gathered back up.
Gathering it back up, your leaders 1, 2, and 3 single file. Your battle now is going to be on for that number 4 spot, the 1 of Norton on the outside. The 3 of Gonzalez down on the inside, they're going to get it sorted out. We're doing pretty good here.
Yeah,
now it's going to be a battle for 6th, it looks like. That's going to be between, what is that, Gonzalez and maybe Gold back there?
Yeah. Trying to hold on, trying to get something done here. Really doing a wonderful job.
A wonderful job indeed, as we are looking at 47 to go, working lap 133 at the next Era Cup Series, coming to you from Texas Motor Speedway, the 1.5 mile intermediate track that East seems to have a pretty good handle on. He seems to have it locked down as he's going to lead the field up and off of turn 4, coming to take lap 134. The 14 of Leggett has backed off. Maybe he had a good run for him that's all burned up now, stuck on that outside. Matthew Leggett, not Leggett, but the 42 of Bledsoe sitting in 3rd. That's who I wanted to say. I'm getting confused back here.
Yeah, your guy sitting right there in 3rd, holding on, at least still within striking range.
Still within striking range, and you know, we talk about there being, you know, 26 or 26, 25 laps. It is 25 to go, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It is 25 to go. Well, now I don't want to jinx it, but now a caution would change everything as the 42 goes off of the wall outside of turn 2. He's going to keep it all nice and clean. A good wheelman out of Springfield, Missouri.
Leggett, Allen, Braxton, Joe. Man, I don't know who's going to win this thing tonight, dude. It is going to be an absolute showdown.
It is going to be a showdown. However, I don't think, looking at the way East is running, you know, Hunter up there, he's got it squared up, locked down. I don't think it is going to be a battle for the lead that we see at the end. I'm going to call it, it's probably, the most action on the track is probably going to be a battle back there to 6th, 7th, 8th spot. I know it's not what we want to hear, but the only thing that I believe is going to change that as we see the field start to get stretched out here, as we take a look at DeWeese in that 5 machine running into 4th spot. You know, he's got nobody behind him. Your next 3 cars are going to be back behind him. We're looking about a 1.5 seconds, maybe 1.3. So the field's starting to get stretched out.
Oh, pit road. Here we go.
Green flag pit stop.
Oh, whoa.
What?
Oh.
Green flag pit stops.
They,
You know what?
I thought they would make it, but it's just too much.
You know what? I did mention about having 70 laps to go. 35 laps was going to be maybe their pit window, 35 to 40, and here we're seeing it at 45. So, this might change everything. This might be the deciding factor here. We're going to keep an eye on East, see if he can come off at pit road with that lead that he went on as. The
There
three
he
of them
comes.
callers taking his trip down pit road.
He's got company right there on his back bumper, though, exiting pit road.
He's got company. That's the 14 of Leggett. It's a drag race down the backstretch.
Whoa, what a
outline.
block.
He's going to block Leggett all the way to the stripe. Leggett's going to check on the high side. Is he going to have anything after being ran all the way down to the stripe? Boy, these two guys, you know what? I take it back. I think the lead, I think we are going to see a battle for the lead here, and it's going to be a good one.
I tell you what, that block out of the pit road exit was the craziest thing I've seen in a long time.
You never see guys block on their outlap. That is, wow, I have seen it all now. Bump drafted at Texas, pack racing at Texas. We've seen the big one at Texas. Now we've seen blocking on the outlap at Texas. I mean, wow. This is, Texas has an identity problem. It definitely thinks it's Talladega. They're in the wrong part of the alphabet. But, I mean,
it's absolutely insanity. But this pretty much set up the final two, these two to battle for the win, right? I mean, they're going.
Yeah, they do. They have opened up a pretty sizable lead. The only thing that's going to come into play is if they get stuck door to door. And, you know, Texas is big enough. You can pick up a little bit of an advantage by drafting. But if these guys get running door to door, you might see, you know, those fourth and fifth place drivers of Norton and DeWeese, they might be able to come up. And we still have the two of Matthews. I mean, I know we're talking about Easton Leggett, but the two of Matthews still has yet to pit. He is currently your leader.
Yeah, you see how much slower he is than everybody else, too, right there. They just cycle by him.
Yeah, they're going to be blowing doors in and stripping paint off as to speak. I think he might be maybe hoping for a caution. But with the field this spread out, I don't know if we'll see one.
Oh, boy.
Man,
oh, boy.
This has been a race, one for the record books, I believe.
The Bob the flagman up there, he's got to be on his toes right now.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. What a day at Texas. Wow.
$17 to go.
17 to go. East and Leggett setting in second and third. Looks like they are catching Matthews by about a second and a half a lap. They are 22 seconds back now, 22 and a half. Kind of wonder if there's anything in their game plan about staying nose to tail, bumper to bumper, whatever you want to call it, in order to catch Matthews. But I don't know what their lap times look like here at Texas, but now it's about a second and a half a lap. They're catching that two car. Are they going to have the time to catch him with just 16 to go?
I think either way they're catching him. Like, even if he pits.
At the pace that they're running, they're going to catch him, and he's going to turn into a back marker. Being the leader, he's going to turn into a lap down car. I mean, they're just catching him at blazing amounts of speed. Off of turn 4, your leader right now, currently Cody Matthews out of Greenbrier, Tennessee.
14 to go.
14 to go. You got 8th and 9th place cars catching them. They're going to be looking at getting their laps back as they easily cruise around. Look at Matthews giving them all the room in the world. He says, go ahead, fellas. I'm just out here trying to survive. You know when you see a driver do this, that this is definitely in their game plan. You know they're looking at not pitting. You know that they're on a strategy. They're on some type of schedule for the end of the races. He may have grabbed the wall off in turn 2, but you know that they're doing this on purpose. You know, they're seeing what they can do. They know they can do it. Maybe they ran 100, 200, 300 laps of practice to see what their tires do, see what their fuel does. But, it's certainly in the cards, and Matthews knows what he's doing. As we see a sizable gap open up now, East starts putting it on to the 14 machine of Leggett. So maybe staying nose to tail to catch him wasn't the plan.
No, sir. And you see, Leggett has dropped off of Hunter. And that gap continued to close to Matthews, though, down to less than 15 seconds. Does Matthews think he can make it all the way to the end here?
With 11 to go, I don't have any telemetry on when he last pitted or what his last pit stop was, but if he can make it all the way to the end, contact for your leader. The two of Matthews get shoved out by, I can't see who that is, but boy, that was awfully dicey. That chewed up some tires he was trying to save, didn't it?
Yeah, he's in big trouble if you ask me.
I think he's definitely in big trouble.
Yes,
now
sir.
as we're looking at it, second and third, East and Leggett are catching him almost by 2 seconds a lap. They have cut that gap down by 10 seconds over the last 6 laps. Now we're seeing Matthews hit pit road. Smart move, kind of wondering why he stayed out there.
Yeah, it didn't work out for him.
Got himself some decent TV time anyhow. I'm always good for TV time.
There you go. That works. But he's down pit road now, and that'll hand it back over to Hunter, and I think your prediction's right. Look at the gap they gave to Leggett. I don't think there's going to be a battle.
So I take back my take back, if I can redact my redacted statement. Whoa! Did Leggett just get off the wall at turn 2?
Yeah, I think so. I think he got a piece of it.
Maybe he used up all his rubber there just trying to limp it to the end. But meanwhile, your leader, the man of the day in the 9 car, East, still out front with a sizable lead, 2 seconds over the 14 machine of Leggett. The 5 of DeWeese holding steady in third. The 42 of Bledsoe. The 1 of Norton's going to round out your top 5 as they run. Things got settled down here as we started off. It was really, really dicey. We were seeing big pack racing. Now, yeah, as we got camera views going to East, you could see them running that high line. That tells you the tires have started to fade away past the point of being able to hold that car down to the inside.
Look at your man. Alwyn trying to make a move for third here.
Yeah, the old 42 out of Springfield, Missouri. He's going to be knocking on the back door of the 5 with about 2 car lengths. Cutting up down the backstretch. Maybe trying to give him a run. I'm telling you, if he can get it, that's going to give the third spot there, the final podium position, to Bledsoe. Is DeWeese going to have anything for him, though? Looks like everybody here's starting to really fall off. We've had a long green flag run. We've used up tires. We certainly know that. The whites in the knuckles might be turning into numbing and tingling now. So, it's hard to say, but not as far back as I thought a battle would ensue, but I'll take a battle for third.
Hey man, I'll take a battle for anything. Taking a look at Allen. Allen trying to get through him the best he can.
We've had a battle for about every position on the track that was worth mentioning something about. Now, up to the back door, closes half a length down the backstretch. He's going to stay to the high side. 5 of DeWeese running a little bit of a defensive line, not all the way down on that white line, onshore of where the 42 is going to go. This might be your closest battle for position on the track now as we are inside of 5 to go.
Yeah, Leggett's not getting any closer to your race leader. Braxton's actually closing in on Leggett a little bit here, but he's not going to have time to get there.
Oh, puts it off the wall. Bledsoe having trouble off of turn 2. That might prove to be detrimental with just coming to 3 to go this time by.
Coming to 2 to go. Oh, boy.
Nice and easy. All he has to do is keep it together. All he's got to do is keep it together, and Hunter East in the 9 machine has been dominant here all day.
Yes, sir.
The full 160 laps through 3 stages, through all of the calamity of the big one, through all of the calamity of the bump drafting and the pack racing. Oh, we have a battle that showed up for the 3rd spot.
3rd and 2nd here.
3rd and 2nd. Oh, now the 42 got him.
Yeah, that just about turned
down to the inside. We're going to see some 3 wide action to the likes of when we took the green flag.
1 lap to go here. 3 wide here, right here. This is involving P3 in the 1.
This is where the action's going to be. The 42 backs out. He says not yet.
We'll check in on your leader here in a moment. We'll come back to this when you see Hunter all by himself. DeWeese back here battling for P3. 3 wide. Who's going to get it? What do you think? It's going to be DeWeese the 3rd. Hunter wins it, and DeWeese will hold on for P3.
They sorted all out. P3 going to DeWeese. The 42 of Bledsoe going to round out 4th. Norton in a 1's going to pull home 5th. Ferreira, Gonzalez, Kolakowski. Pass through your top 8. Mayo, Blue and in 10th. Back through the rest of your field. Matthews, Finnegan, Golden. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, Matthews, Finnegan, Gold, Honeycutt back through 14th. Hoots in the 88, who we've seen up front. He's going to finish 15th. Burton, Brooks, and Schoenbeckler. What a race here at Texas. Man, that was interesting.
That was insanity ensuing here tonight. Holy cow. All right, let's we'll get through here. We'll talk to Hunter out of G-Force. Hey, Hunter, Matt in the booth with Marcus. You get a copy.
Yeah.
What a race here tonight. That was a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it was a fun race overall. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought there was going to be no passing like New Texas, but it was a lot more fun than I expected it to be.
And co-announcer Marcus here, Hunter. Good job tonight. You were certainly the guy who set the pace for the field. Talk to us.
Well, we lost him. He lost internet.
We lost him. He moved out. He said, "I don't want to talk to you." That's all right. We don't have to talk to you either.
I think he is gone. I think he lost internet. You can't make that up.
He's up there. He's parked on his time. He's out of the car getting the flag. He's gonna go grab that checkered flag that he earned.
Yes, sir. All right, Braxton Louise, you get a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, rounding out P3 here tonight, buddy.
Yeah, I would say we have an up and down race, but we just had a down race practically the whole time. We were going to get the lucky dog there after the second stage, and I came down and pitted when I was supposed to go take the lucky dog. So that put me back even farther and definitely didn't help stuff. But, to be able to rally back up from last there, which I think it was like 14th. It might have been 12th or something. To be able to get up there and at least have a little bit of a shot. It was kind of, I put myself in good positions, and then I'd go down to the bottom, and then there'd be like a little bit of a checkup or something, or there'd be a car that'd get around the outside, and I couldn't really jump up there quick enough, and a couple cars would pass me, and then I have to work back and get it, and that was a little frustrating, but it is what it is, just with how this package is and the momentum and stuff, and you just got to be on top of it and try to pick the right lane at the right time, but man, close to 3 in a row, but self-inflicted mistakes sure as hell don't help. So we'll move on to next week and try to have a clean, smooth race like we did the past two. Not this one, but before the Christmas break.
Yes, sir. Well, congratulations, man. P3 tonight, Buxton.
I appreciate it. I want to give a big shout out to Interstate Ford, Allen's Arts Images, 3 Lips Ice Cream Shop, Bennett's Bubba Cool, Jane's on Main, Dewey's Renovations, and Rabbit Cinematography, Booth 34 Diecast, Short Track Report, Blaze Designs, as well as Evan Pineta Designs, and Bully Dog Coffee Company. You can use Brax5 for 10% off over there. So I appreciate everybody that tuned into the broadcast, supported me over there, tuned into my live stream, supported me here. Close to 3 in a row, but wasn't meant to be, so we'll see if we can go get one next week.
There we go, man. Well, so close, but yet so far away.
Yes, sir. Take care.
All right, Marcus. Well, man, that just about winds her down here tonight, brother.
This was certainly one for the record books. This was a lot of fun. We've seen things here at Texas that we haven't, I haven't seen before, and I know you haven't from your lack of words or being able to describe it. But this is East held what he had to all day, all night, whatever you want to call it, and came out on top. And well, it's a tough break for Deweese with that self-inflicted error. But you live and you learn. It ain't gonna happen the next time, I can assure you that. Anybody that's ever held a steering wheel in their hands will not make the same mistake twice when it comes to that. But we certainly had a showing here. It was a pleasure to be in the booth with you, and
Yes,
I'm looking
sir.
forward to the next time.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week.